Your greatest fear isn't death. It's Karen from accounting judging your lunch choices. Plot twist, Karen is too busy worrying if her new haircut makes her look like her mother. Nobody cares about you, and that's not depressing. It's the most liberating truth you'll ever discover. Welcome to freedom, you gloriously insignificant speck. 500,000 years ago, getting kicked out of the tribe meant becoming an all-you-can-eat buffet for saber-toothed tigers. Today, it means getting 3 likes instead of 4. Yet your brain's running the same prehistoric operating system, no updates available. Your amygdala, that almond-sized fear factory, screams danger when a stranger gives you a weird look at Starbucks. It's convinced you're about to be exiled and eaten. Calm down, Paleolithic soldier. The wolves are extinct and nobody remembers your awkward order tomorrow. I remember my first day at the gym, walking in like a twig with arms, convinced everyone would point and laugh at my pathetic 10-pound dumbbells. The reality? Nobody even looked up from their phones. The jack dudes I feared were too busy flexing at mirrors to notice my existence. The hot girls, already annoyed by actual creeps, to care about my spaghetti arms. Here's the math your anxiety doesn't want you to know. For every person who might judge you, there are 10,000 who literally cannot remember your face 5 minutes after seeing you. You're a background character in everyone else's movie, just like they are in yours. Your brain's still loading Ice Age survival protocols while you're worrying about Instagram captions. When you post something cringe, your heart races like you've spotted a lion. Meanwhile, people are scrolling past at light speed thinking about dinner. This isn't theoretical. Studies show we overestimate how much others notice our flaws by about 300%. That zit on your forehead? The statistical chance of someone caring enough to remember it tomorrow is roughly equivalent to being struck by lightning while winning the lottery. But what about those who actually do comment on your failures? Let's dissect those mythical beasts. Hate isn't criticism. It's a confession. When someone says you suck, they're really saying, I'm deeply insecure about my own mediocrity. Let's dissect the hater species in their natural habitat. True haters, not constructive critics, are emotional toddlers trapped in adult bodies. Weak, perpetually cowardly, and allergic to self-improvement. They're the keyboard warriors who've never lifted anything heavier than a family-sized bag of Cheetos, yet feel qualified to critique Olympic athletes. Not one mentally healthy, successful person wakes up thinking, I can't wait to belittle strangers today. People at peace with themselves don't have time for that nonsense. They're too busy building something. Zorro from One Piece got completely lost for 10 episodes straight. Did he waste energy worrying about looking stupid? Hell no. He trained harder while everyone laughed. Saitama became literally invincible precisely because he stopped giving a damn about hero rankings and focused exclusively on his absurd workout routine. When I started posting videos, I was terrified of comments. Then I realized something. The loudest critics rarely create anything themselves. They're spectators critiquing players from the safety of the bleachers. The evolved approach to human interaction isn't complicated. Help beginners. They're brave enough to suck at something new. Learn from experts. They've earned their knowledge. Completely ignore bullies. Their opinions are as valuable as monopoly money. If they throw shade, say thanks for the fertilizer and grow taller. Their negativity is just compost for your success garden. Still sweating over opinions that won't matter next Tuesday? Time for the ultimate perspective hack. Here's a party game that cures anxiety instantly. Imagine your funeral. Now, spot anyone sobbing over that time you tripped in public in 2018. Notice anyone eulogizing your awkward date conversation? Anyone mentioning your cringe Instagram phase? Exactly. Your most embarrassing moments, the ones that keep you awake at 3 a.m., are just dust in the universe's junk drawer. In 100 years, nobody will remember your failed podcast, your dating app disasters, or that time you called your teacher mom. Even your greatest achievements will be forgotten by all but a select few. And in 200 years, complete oblivion awaits us all. This isn't depressing. It's your psychological superpower. The ancient Stoics practiced memento mori. Remember you must die. Not as some emo phase, but as a clarity tool. Marcus Aurelius, who literally ruled the known world, wrote private reminders that he was just another dying animal. This guy faced actual assassins and empire-threatening plagues. Your haters use burner accounts to say your haircut looks weird. Perspective is everything. Think about it. Walter White manufactured meth, poisoned a child and watched someone choke to death, and still had millions of fans. Meanwhile, you're paralyzed with fear about wearing those yellow pants to brunch. Your fashion choices aren't exactly Breaking Bad, are they? Death awareness isn't morbid. It's freeing. Next time you're stressing about what people think, ask yourself, will this matter when I'm dead? If the answer is no, spoiler, it's always no, then why sacrifice today's peace for tomorrow's forgotten moment? When you realize you're already a ghost, just one with a temporary physical form, judgment loses its sting. The universe has been expanding for 13.8 billion years and will continue long after you're gone. Your embarrassing Zoom call is less than a pixel in that cosmic painting. Now for the nuclear option, becoming the selfish hero of your own story. Selfish isn't greed, it's oxygen. You can't pour from an empty cup, especially if everyone keeps kicking it over. Think about every hero you've ever admired. John Wick didn't pause mid-shootout to check his Yelp reviews. Goku doesn't stop training to see if Twitter approves of his technique. They're selfishly focused on their mission. And that's precisely why they succeed. When someone says you can't do that or that's not how it's done, your first question should be, says who? A guy who hasn't left his couch since the Obama administration? A woman whose greatest achievement is having strong opinions about shows she's never created? Your haters are tenants renting space in your head, and they're not even paying utilities. Evict them. Use that reclaimed mental real estate for something worthwhile. Install a home gym, start that YouTube channel, wear those ugly shoes you secretly love. Saitama didn't become the strongest hero by committee approval. He did 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats every single day, regardless of who laughed at his bald head or dismissed his training regimen. Here's the brutal truth. People who truly matter in your life want you to succeed. People who need you to fail so they can feel better about themselves, they don't matter. Your real circle celebrates your wins, everyone else is just background noise. Being the main character isn't about fame, it's about authorship. It's writing your story instead of being a footnote in someone else's. Your life isn't a democracy. Stop letting random strangers vote on your choices. The ballot box of other people's opinions should have been set on fire years ago. Be the unbothered protagonist in your own anime arc. Crown optional, but highly recommended. While everyone else is paralyzed by potential judgment, you'll be actually living. When you stop performing for an audience that isn't watching anyway, that's when you truly become unstoppable. So smash that like button if you're done being a background character in your own story, and drop a comment sharing your best EdGaff moment. Mine was wearing socks with sandals to a formal wedding. The photographer tried to crop my feet out. I requested more foot shots.